And welcome back. I'm Cathy DeWitt Dunn. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're so excited. We're in the studio. We have Russell Wilhite. We have Josh Perkins. We have Sean Collicott. And who is sitting in my lap? I can't wait to put this on our website. I have Pierce Muir with me, and this is my grandson, and he's making his first appearance on the radio show. Can you say hello to everybody? Say hello. Hello. He's trying to. He's still young. But we'll put this on our website. So he's here today to help us out. And we were just talking about how wonderful it's going to be having my grandchild prepare for retirement. We're talking about his earned income plans for 2024 and what we're going to be able to do going forward to help him secure his retirement future. How about that?
He's excited.
He is excited. He loves all the lights and the microphones. And say hi to Russell. There's Russell right there.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah.
He is mobile since the last time I saw him. He is walking and running, and he is on the move, that's for sure.
So if I happen to disappear quickly during the radio show, it means I've given him back to his mom. But we're glad to have him on the radio show. So probably in a week after this show, we'll have the little clip on our website, his first appearance. Well, we had such a great week. We all had a wonderful dinner with some of our vendors this past week, and a great week just meeting with people and clients and putting plans together. And it's tax day is here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's officially here. What do we think about that? Yay.
Yeah. Ready for that to be over. It's sometimes frustrating when you have certain meetings with clients and they have to, devote some time towards taxes rather than coming in and meeting with us. But hey, we're still staying really busy.
Right. Well, the other thing is that for all the people out there that they told Russell, call me after tax time.
Right.
Trust me, you're on Russell's list.
Yeah, get ready. I'm coming.
But I just can't believe it's already that time of year. A nice warm weekend. And before you know it, it's going to be 110 degrees in Texas.
Oh, boy.
Well, why don't we talk a little bit today? The Fed has indicated that they are not going to be reducing interest rates, but then we also saw what happened with some inflationary numbers, Russell, this past week. What are your thoughts on that? Mr. CFP almost.
Well, eventually we're going to see the rates come down. We've been saying it for a while, but you got to listen to the Fed. They're the ones that make the decision, right?
Right.
That's where you're going to get the news from. The European Central Bank on Thursday just made the decision to hold interest rates steady for a fifth time, but there were some of the clearest signals yet that those rate cuts are coming. And even though on our side of the pond over here, the Fed's saying, we're not really sure, most of the time you can see how things will get on the same page. If the European bank's saying this, our U.S. Central Bank, the Fed Reserve, will also do the same.
Well, one of the things that I happened to talk about this past week on WFAA was the fact that over 20% of credit card debt that people have right now, they're paying in excess of 30% interest on that debt. So, people are having a hard time making ends meet. And then you throw in inflation on top of that. And if somebody, this just is the numbers that I talked about, but if somebody charged $1,000 and they made a minimum payment, it would take them over 6 years to pay $1,000 off because the interest on that is $1,200. Something's going to have to give. People can't, they have to afford housing. We have to, put money towards our retirement accounts. Things are just a little bit out of control.
Yeah, it's still battling the inflation. The numbers are getting better, but they're not quite where you want them to be. It's important to have a credit card and use it when you can use it.
Appropriately,
making sure that you are budgeting. It's not just free money that you get. It's something you got to pay back. And especially with those interest rates, that should be one of the first things you look at getting rid of. If you have outstanding credit card debt, pay it off. Make sure that you do that before looking at other investments and things.
Especially, when we look at the debt, a lot of people are, our clients that we see, most of the people that we meet with are over the age of 50-ish, 50, 60, and 70. And maybe they ran up their credit card debt at one point in time, but we really don't see that much in our practice because once you've done it when you're young, you're not going to do it again,
Yeah.
right? And I think we've all been there, done that. But one of the things I really wanted to focus in on today is we want to talk about interest rates and how that impacts our guaranteed lifetime income numbers. We still have such amazing numbers, the payout rates, the growth rates, getting a huge return on your money, and having it guaranteed for a lifetime. And I know, Josh, you have an example of somebody that you've been working with.
Yeah, so last week we had a couple come in, and they're both still young, 60 years old.
That is so young.
Yeah.
Thank you for being
young
cautious
couple come
with that.
in,
Yeah.
and so he was looking to generate some guaranteed income. He's been a listener for quite some time, and almost repeated exactly what Russell says on the radio show every single weekend. But so he currently has a little over $2 million in his portfolio. His concern is he doesn't have a pension other than just the only guaranteed income source he has is Social Security. So he wanted to try and create kind of a private pension. So we showed him some numbers. He only needed about $40,000 of additional income each year for him and his wife to be taken care of. So we carved off about $565,000, put it into a guaranteed income annuity that in 2 years, when he's ready to retire, will spit out a little over $43,000 a year. And I did a real quick calculation. I think we've all heard of the 4% rule.
Right.
A lot of people are, follow the 4% rule. If they have money invested in the market, they're only going to tap into about 4%. Well, if he was following the 4% rule, that same amount of money would only generate about $22,000 compared to a guaranteed income annuity that he doesn't have to worry about running out of money, generating over $43,000. And then his wife was a little concerned about using an annuity and having too much money somewhat tied up. But
yeah, we hear that sometimes, right?
Right.
But then when you look at the numbers, you're like, but wait a minute, I have it contractually guaranteed. I don't have it guaranteed on the 4% withdrawal rate because my money is probably typically at risk. And if you're just joining us, this is Pierce in the background, my grandson making his debut. He'll just be here for a couple of more minutes. But go ahead.
So I said that this isn't all your money. This is a small piece of your money. Now that we have your income taken care of, the rest of the $1.8 million that you guys have, if we could average, managing that in the market, 7 to 10%, if we could average that over the next 7 to 10 years, then we should expect it to double in the next 7 to 10 years, assuming that it's properly managed and assuming that the market performs well. So that 1.7 million would double over the next 10 years, and then they have close to $4 million. So plenty of money, liquid, easily accessible, and they have guaranteed income. They don't have to worry about what's going on in the market.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just a nice blend, right? So you shouldn't put all your money in an annuity. But Russell, what do you always say? Once you have your income figured out?
I mean, you can do whatever you want after that. You got to lay that foundation, right? The income is what pays the bills and puts food on the table and, vacations, road trips, time with the kids and grandkids. So you have your guaranteed income solved for, and it takes all the guesswork out of that. You can go do whatever else you want with, invest in some properties, manage it in the market, buy Bitcoin or gold if you really want to.
Gold at Costco, Did you see that?
I read that, yeah.
I have a question, though. On the payout rate in 2 years on that, what is that at?
6.65%.
And it's because they're young, right?
Correct.
Right. That's amazing.
Yeah, significantly better than 4%. Obviously.
You think?
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the thing for me is that the software program, because we pay, is a very expensive subscription service. And since we're not captive, that means that we're able to show all the companies and being able to just put their information in and get the top 3 companies and their ratings and to show them, okay, this is what it's going to take to produce that income. And then we can do whatever else you want. And then we do have some plans for accumulation on the safe side as well that has a 13% cash bonus up front. And and it does have a cap on the S&P, but the cap is 7.5%. That's pretty good.
No risk.
No fee.
Yeah, no risk,
so
no fee.
Yeah, there's lots of great things that we could work with you on today and put a portfolio together for you. Also, if you'd like us to have an analysis done on your portfolio, Josh and Sean would be happy to do that. You can give us a call today. Your call is being answered live. Pierce is not taking that call, but someone else is. But you can hear him just talking in the background. The number that we could be reached at is 972-473-4700. That's 972-473-4700. Or you could go online to DeWittandDunn.com, send us a live chat message, and we'll get back with you. And you have got to log on to our website next week to see this adorable video with Pierce pulling the microphone away from me as I'm speaking. Again, the number to reach us is 972-473-4700. And Pierce, you want to say bye? Say bye-bye? Yeah. I'm Cathy DeWitt Dunn. We'll be right back.